We're wondering about the Gamescom booth here, just seeing anything particularly interesting. We happen upon the Iran Computer and Video Games Foundation. Tell us about it.
Actually, the foundation was founded in 2006, and so it's working for 6-7 years. And since then, it tried to support the game industry in Iran and help the game developers to expand their activities. For example, the foundation supports the game development teams both in terms of financial support and marketing, advertisement, localization services, distribution, publishing. So all these things are performed by the foundation in order to boost the game industry in Iran.
Okay, excellent. And was this the idea of one particular individual? Was it a group of you? Was it a general discussion about there was this lack of something like this in the market?
Yeah. Actually, the foundation was created because the whole country, in all the layers, from the government, the private section, they all thought that we are lacking. We are not going to the game industry, so we are not in the game industry, and the game industry is actually becoming a very, very popular thing. It is becoming more interesting even compared to movies and things like that. So we decided that we have the resources, we have the knowledge, we have the enthusiasm for creating games. So we thought, what should we do in order to help it, in order to move this train? And so we decided to create this foundation in order to support the game developers.
You're saying about that the games industry in Iran has gradually grown to a point where it's got that critical mass then. Is it mainly through imports, or is it your own sort of independent studios that are creating stuff? And
no, actually, we are definitely not focusing on imports. The main aim is for the Iranian developers to grow big. Yeah. And so actually we are forcing policies in order to limit the amount of imports of international level games in order to make room for the domestic market and the games that are produced by domestic developers.
Okay, so walk us through this then. A development studio come to you, and how is it they have to pitch the idea of the game and what they're doing? How does that work?
Okay, so this part of the activities of foundation is pretty much similar to a publisher. So they come to us and they pitch us an idea. If the idea is interesting, if the budget is correct, if the estimates are fine, if the team is set up correctly, and if everything falls into place, the foundation decides that it can be supported. And actually, the support that the game development teams want actually differs. For example, some development teams do not even want financial funding. They want to build their own games, so they just want other stuffs, such as linking with publishers, linking them with publishers, helping them in distributing their games. Promoting them in the domestic and in the international market. So not all these things, all the things are related to financial terms, but of course many games are supported financially.
Okay, so when these pictures come in, is there anything particular you're looking for, a particular quality, or?
Yeah, actually, when we started, the only thing that we were looking for is to build games. Because we didn't have it before, we were so enthusiastic about it, and we just wanted to create games. But through time, we changed our vision. Currently, we can make games, especially casual games that require less resources, less it is less money consuming. So the aim is not for creating games. We want to create the games that has the game that has the right quality for the international market, and it has the correct monetization mechanisms in order for it to be profitable. So the aims are changing through time.
So is there being like a certain flavor or a particular genre types, or is it a huge variety?
Actually, we try to give a complete flexibility to game developers, so we do not force anything. Maybe some subjects are more interesting to us. For example, subjects that are more about our culture or our history, but game developers are free, as you can see, as I will show you.
Yeah, actually, with this, these are a few examples of the games that you have published. Can you sort of just run us through them, actually? Just
all right. So this game is called Thracian, and it's based on a Persian mythology. So the theme is based on Persian mythology, and it's an RPG game. You can get quests and get reward for them. It has a very good story, actually, and it's built with Unreal Engine, UDK actually, and we are working for publishing it in the domestic market as well as the international ones.
Okay. Let's see, what should we pick here? What looks? I like the look of this. The Dark Phantom.
The Dark Phantom is also built with UDK, and it's a third-person shooter game. You play the role of a kind of a superhero that fights the bad guys, and he wants to take his revenge about the thing that they did to his family. It's a really nice game with a really nice flow, nice visuals, very good story. And we think that this game might have actual potential because it has around 3 to 4 hours of gameplay, so it can be considered as a good candidate for the international market.
Because seeing a few of the other ones, I mean, I can take a sort of guess about what this game's about, but tell us.
Actually, the ET Army is also built with UDK. It's a classic first-person shooter game packed with stunning visuals, very stunning visuals compared to other games, and it has a really nice flow, very good AI. It has both the single mode, multiplayer mode. You can even, it uses in-game purchase mechanism, so you can buy stuffs in the game. So this one is a high quality one, and it has the requirements of a truly international game.
Excellent. Now, we're going to get to my second favorite poster of this stand. I love this. I absolutely love this. Tell us a little bit, because that doesn't suggest something, but I might be wrong. So what's the story behind this?
Actually, Hate the Scene, Love the Scene won the best selected project in Casual Connect Asia. Yeah. And it's a puzzle-based game, and it has a really simple idea. You in the first levels you play as in the role of a man that wants to protect his woman. So whatever you do, the same thing goes in a mirror way for the woman. So these guys are reflected. So as the time goes on, they sort of get into conflict. So the thing that you do is the opposite of the thing that the women do. It's a really nice game. It's built with Gamereactor. We are porting it to Unity in order to release it on iOS, Android, and things like that. So, and it's a really nice casual games with lots of very good, well-designed puzzles.
Excellent. Now this is such an obvious idea. I don't know why I haven't seen this done before. The Lady and the Grim Reaper. I think we can guess what this is about as well.
Yeah. The unique thing about this game, actually, this game is built in an incubator made by the foundation. So the foundation actually supports incubators for indie game developers to build their games, support them. So this is one of the games that are, as well as this one. This is one of the games that are made in the incubator, and it has a really nice idea. It's a circular runner game. So it's a running game. This Grim Reaper is following you. You have to run away from it in a circular manner, and lots of items and stuffs you can buy. Lots of traps that you should avoid. So this one is a really good one.
And finally, I think this is just a great, great piece of art. I love this. This is something I would quite happily have hanging on my wall, to be honest with you. Tell us about it. This moody, story-driven adventure set in an exotic locale.
This is actually one of the games that are built based on an idea, based on the events that happened in the Egypt and the revolution that happened in those countries. So it's built around the story of a man that burned himself in Egypt and started the revolution, actually. It's an adventure game, very good puzzles, lots of unique ideas and art style. So it's a 2D, 3D, a combination of 2D, 3D art style, and we haven't thought that this game might be popular due to its story or things like that into the international market, but unlikely, it seems that some people are really interested in it and they want to publish it. So it might have a success.
I feel like we could actually talk about this subject actually for quite a while. Yeah. I feel we're going to do a follow-up interview with you very soon. But listen, for now, thank you very much indeed for talking.
Thank you, and very nice meeting you.